Why are you saving cents, bro?
Alright.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the...
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, sir. Engaging target.
Over here!
Better hurry up, man. I have to about this happen.
So I do put this on my hair, just to let you know. So I know it's safe.
Yeah, he can get all he eat. He left the game after that.
So it's not gonna damage my hair anyway, right? Like, it'll be okay. Yeah, your hair's fine.
Mature Bubbles is this guy's name.
If it did any damage, it'll just grow out. Thanks for the reassurance. Thank you. I needed that. So how did you learn how to do this? YouTube. Awesome.
Where you at, man? I'm waiting.
What I'm trying to clutch up.
I'll watch some memes. I said you something funny.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, I clutched it. I just Passmore, you would have seen that. You'd have been hype. You'd have been hype. Check shit on these kids of Montaigne. I gotta message them. That's. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
No, a paper napkin somewhere should be. I don't know where. I probably smell bad. I can't smell anything. First,
I've done this my entire life and I've never been told enough to read stuff.
Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Oh.
Gucci gang.
Gucci gang. Gucci gang.
Gucci gang. Something about my wrist hurts.
Oh, my wrist hurts.
Alright, I'm attacking the Brotherhood, man.
Can't wait for me. Oh, it is.
I have to save him before he dies. I'm taking out that T1 power armor, though.
Trying to get alpha packs for my next YouTube video, man. Come on.
I already killed him. Sorry. They didn't attack me back. They just stand there and took it. Actually, that was Paladin armor. Ooh. I'm gonna add that to my T1 suit. That way I can do a bunch of cool stuff with it. Oh yeah, I hit it with my sledgehammer just once, all the armor fell off.
What the fuck ever, man. Honestly. What was that?
Your mom.
Your mom's a hoe! What the fuck?
Whoever threw that, your mom's a hoe.
Whoever said that? Your mom's a hoe! Shredder. Fuck you, Shredder 94. Shredder 94. Tell me you're that old and this, that, and what the fuck?
Nice try.
Alright, a little bit of renown. Alright, man, so I got 2 alpha packs already and I have 90,000 renown.
That's nothing.
I think it actually is. Like, let's see how much that's gonna get me. Oh shit, I don't have a renown booster. Let me see. So, let's see. I'm gonna buy alpha packs. To buy 25 alpha packs, just 25, it costs 100,800.
Yeah, that's sounds like CS:GO to me.
That's stupid. So, once I get to over 100,000, then I'll only be able to get. What the hell?
Might just start grinding now.
Yeah, I thought I already was, dude. 90,000 renown? What the fuck? For 5 of them, it's 22 rounds.
Oh, I just got a triple.
Thought I'd target Dawn. Where's
A little bit as well.
Let's do this.
Oh, we got a machete. Oh, man. And a fat man, dang.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna start playing some more casual. More now, like.
I guess I'm dropping this stuff.
Alright, I'm hopping on, fam.
It's too
I
late.
can poke a little bit. So what? You're not streaming it? You better be commentating, man. Better engage your audience. You hear me? Do you hear me, boy?
Wait.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to engage my audience.
Don't lean against the couch.
Take it off.
Huh?
When you keep the towel on, then you take it off.
Keep the towel on.
Can you do my makeup if I have to put on something?
Never had such an intense burning sensation.
Alright, sir, I'm gonna hold something up and you say if you want it or not, and then
Okay, well first I'm gonna go over this list with you of how to care for your hair. If you look over there, there's a blue bottle and a red bottle. The red bottle has color-space shampoo, and the blue bottle has conditioner. Those are the bigger bottles, and I'm gonna keep them up here. And whenever you run out, you just ask me and I'll go. You need to wash your hair every 2 to 3 days, not every night. And whenever you have to like bathe and stuff, just put that shower cap on to keep your hair dry. Because you don't want warm water, hot water, to color out. It's probably why your color fades down. Whenever you do wash your hair, we're going to use this because it doesn't have any sulfates in it. Sulfates strip your hair. Let me dye
Hold
your
up a
beard.
moment, sir.
yeah, orange. You can be leprechaun.
Green.
I'm listening.
And,
I'm going to give you B592's
like,
reset
keep
code.
the cap on, and
If he
then,
hears
like,
the code
shower
phrase,
stuff, and
it'll
then I would
reset his
suggest
cognitive
leaning
processes
over
and make
to wash your
You'll
hair,
need to
leaning
say
over to wash your hair because you have to wash it
B592
with cold
once
water.
he's shut.
So,
Good.
it's a lot of
I'd like to
responsibility
avoid any
to have that
unnecessary.
hair.
Well,
It's a lot of-
he might not
it's a
be
lot of
alone
steps.
up there. That's
I
all,
bought you
sir.
a sleeping cap to sleep with over your hair, so it doesn't like get on your pillow or anything, and it'll keep the color in.
Wait, how long do I have to do that? Like
You have to
every night?
sleep with a cap on every night.
Okay.
You still have to sleep with a cap
Will it
on?
get on my
My hair's not.
Will it get on my clothes?
Only if your hair's wet, so always dry your hair
Okay.
after you wash it.
Blow
I
dry
would
or
say
towel dry?
I would suggest like towel drying it to get the dampness out, and then blow drying it. Always make
Well
sure.
done.
Judging by your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents just like me. So,
No,
into the
keep
town.
this bag open. Just open
Is
it.
the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
Gabriel, you aren't who you think you
Don't use
are.
shampoo and soap.
You're a synth,
So
and we're here to
I
take you
would
home.
suggest going to Dallas and
Sid,
buying
what
this.
the hell are you talking about?
I remember my whole life. I know where I grew up. I know who my parents were.
Explain that to me.
You sure about that?
By the way.
You never felt different from other people?
Don't listen to these guys. Just shut the hell up.
I'm sorry, sir, but I have
Can't die.
Butt in my eyes. God dang.
What I'm doing right now is this.
So like when it's dry, doesn't it rub up on my clothes or my skin or anything?
Question, how long do you have to wash your hair with cold water? Okay, can I have the bag open now?
I want you to rip it open. Hand me the knife. Hand me the bag. And I'll hold up.
So like whenever I decide I don't want the color,
You can just come back to me.
I can just start like painting these shampoo.
You can, because your shampoo probably has sulfates in it, because you know what kind that you usually use.
Suave.
Yeah, it's got sulfates in it. And, that has a bunch of sulfates in it. But, I will have to... The color that I have, it's not yellow. And you'll have to, but whenever you dye your hair back, you will have to start finding color.
What does that mean?
It's the color, like the shampoo itself is purple. It'll keep your hair from having like brassy tones in it, like yellow, like orangish yellow tones in it.
Like lavender.
So I will never get to
least it's not raining.
I gave up alcohol after settling down here. Doctor said I shot my liver.
Good day.
When the lights go down and the stars come out, man just forgets about all his troubles.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Gabriel and his gang were sick bastards, hanging their victims up like trophies. I'm just glad it's over.
Well, we can do... But enough about that. The task is done. I couldn't have hoped for a better. While you were away, you'll find all the basic necessities. Go and have a look.
Mm-hmm.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to
Welcome to
report
the
this.
Institute, sir.
Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful. Spend enough time here, and you'll be sick to death of the word synth.
Huh?
I certainly am.
Your quarters are just inside, sir. When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial. The dosage will be much larger this time.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
That's a loaded question. What's been stolen from you?
Institute property is not often taken from us. We cannot react lightly when it happens. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result of their selfish, short-sighted plan. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached a point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Sounds pretty simple.
Hopefully, yes. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside Bunker Hill. Good luck.
Hey, Synth.
I've been waiting for you.
Sorry to have held you up.
Try and keep up from here out. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved. The situation appears we move in.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we've got this.
Remember, the synth... Here are the recall... SRB intelligence reports indicate that the synths are being held. Plans just changed. We're going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Who?
Taking fire!
Search the area.
Lost visual.
Kill my.
Area switch now.
My arm!
Right here. I can't see.
Here they are.
God, it's a courser.
Oh no.
Issue the reset codes and we'll relay back to the Institute. Time is critical.
You there, Synth.
Come on, please. Just don't.
B257, initiate reset. Authorization code Theta 93. No sudden moves.
Please, no.
Y915, initiate reset. All right, Synth.
Please.
Z322, initiate reset. I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you...
F633, initiate reset.
That's all of them. Objective complete. Return to the town. Make sure all hostiles have been eliminated. I will relay the synths back to the Institute. Report to Father upon your return, and good work.
What? Who's there? Gonna splatter your brains!
Is someone present? Contact detected? Possibly. Assessment. You must die.
I can smell you out there, little sneak. Done. No more hiding for you!
Attacking enemy.
Scream for your working life!
No way I could pick this. Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued both of us, really.
They kept me alive, too.
They did, indeed. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but extraordinary.
Why let me out now? After all this time?
That's hard to explain. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man, with the Commonwealth, perhaps most...
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. It's remarkable. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned, and I hope you weren't at too much risk.
There's always a risk. It was worth it.
I'm glad you see it that way. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course. But they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation. Our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important. Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Of course.
Really? Well, there's no shame in being out of the loop, as it were. The project has been classified for quite a long time. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground. I'm not talking about with every advance the Institute, many compromise.
In this world, I'm sure compromise is necessary.
Quite right. For far too long, we've been dependent on others, on our surroundings. Phase 3, it will ensure...
Right. Sounds like an important step.
That's... well... The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sure.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for... While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are, I'm sorry that our best efforts have failed.
What?
Can't be serious.
Everyone, please, I'm sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you, we can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
I wouldn't be here if not for your son.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful. From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Dr. Fillmore.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the details. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my hands. I'm going with you.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to all of us.
Guess we'll have to go through them.
The heck? What was that?
don't think I can pick this. Allie.
Well, isn't this fun?
Lock's really strong. Locked tight.
No sign of the agitator. We'll have to search the rest of the building.
Going down.
Dr. Fillmore.
This wasn't really what I planned on doing today.
Over here! Over here!
Honor and glory.
No!
For Elder Max.
No!
Lock and load!
Damn it! My arm!
Sweet.
Who's there? Over here!
Aha! Found you!
Target located. Where'd they go? For Elder Maxon. Take no prisoners. Damn, lost him. Oh, no, you don't.
No! Please.
bad piece of work for its time. Guess they weren't so good at mitigating radiation back in those days. Levels are almost off the charts. I'll monitor things from here.
Down cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
set up shop. I'm told the Minutemen will be in the weather in the Commonwealth. Right? That's good to hear.
Engaging.
Make sure you get back to the Institute with the agitator.
You must be destroyed.
No! Need backup! Taking damage!
For the Brotherhood! Keep back up!
Unit down!
Please!
Life source detected.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has.
The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
Dr. Fillmore.
I think that was enough excitement for, well, ever. Thank you, really. Couldn't have managed it without you. I'll make sure the agitator gets where it needs to go. I understand Father is anxious to get you involved in something else. You'd better not keep him waiting.
Fatigue? No more than I expect from a man of my...
I see. You're sticking to the regiment?
Yes, Doctor. I'm taking all my medical
Will you be getting extra rest?
Are there many more of these questions?
Interesting.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. I think that will be all for now.
But I haven't quite finished.
I believe we're done now. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I understand mass fusion was a success, despite interference from the Brotherhood of Steel.
We handled them just fine.
That's what Dr. Fillmore reported. I'm quite pleased at the results. Would have been a terrible setback to lose that technology to those savages. The Brotherhood's intervention must be placed in a larger context, however, given their penchant for hoarding technology. Future conflict with them is guaranteed. We are, after all, keepers of the most advanced technology in the Commonwealth, if not beyond. It also cannot go unnoticed that there were concerns within the Institute about your allegiances. I, of course, never doubted your commitment to our cause. But by directly confronting the Brotherhood, I think you've put some others at ease. I'm proud of you. Regardless, the Brotherhood is an issue for the future, and we must focus on the present. And look at me, rambling on like the old man I am. I'm wasting time. You're needed elsewhere at once.
Whatever it is, I can take care of it.
I certainly hope so. This situation, I'm afraid, is something of your creation, however unintentional.
If I've done something to jeopardize the Institute, I'll fix it. You have my word.
I have no doubt that you will. But it's nothing quite so dire. While you were assisting Dr. Fillmore, a second team was sent out to invite someone from the Commonwealth to join the Institute. Apparently, there was some miscommunication, and this individual called for help, which arrived in the form of your Minutemen. My understanding is that no shots have been fired. I would like it to stay that way. I need you to go there and speak to your Minutemen gathered outside. Insist that they stand down at once. Dr. Thompson is on site, and he will be your primary contact. I know you can resolve this situation, but it is of paramount importance that this special individual be brought to the Institute immediately.
They'll listen to me. I'll figure something out. You can consider this handled.
Believe me,
What's going on here?
You're an unexpected surprise. We could use the... These Institute bastards aren't getting away. They'll have to go through us to get out of there. We don't know quite what we're up against, but it's good you're here to help. How did you hear about this?
Can you bring me up to speed on the situation?
Commonwealth citizen lives in that there observatory. Institute thugs showed up to haul him off, only he spotted them coming. He managed to fire off a flare gun, got our attention, and we got up here as quick as we could. Now they're trapped inside. So, how do you want to play this? We thought about trying to lure him out here, since it'd be easier to kill him. But then we realized we probably ought to storm the place, to make sure they can't disappear on us. That makes sense, right? So, you want to lead the charge?
No one is going to do anything. Tell your men to stand down.
Are you kidding me? If we don't do something now, they're going to take that poor guy wherever it is they go. And we'll have failed. Again. Are you going to order the attack or not?
I'm giving you an order, soldier.
Maybe you don't understand. This ain't the military. And I don't have to take orders from you. Why are you so against this? You do know which side you're on, don't you?
You sure you're willing to risk being wrong about this?
I'm tired of risking things. I'm tired of risking lives. And that's why I'm not letting them take this guy. If you're not with us, then you best get the hell out of here before we take you down as one of them.
Hi.
Huh? Hello, sir.
Movement detected. Curious.
You must be terminated.
I knew it! Damn it!
Oh, thank God you're here. I was starting to worry we might not make it out of this mess.
Everything's taken care of. You're safe.
Good. Good. It was bad enough that Wallace started giving us trouble, but then he called in those savages.
Those are good men out there. You have no right to insult them like that.
Those good men of yours wanted to kill me. Forgive me for not thinking terribly highly of them. Can we just get on with this, please? I know he's potentially important to Phase 3 and all, but I'm not sure it's worth putting ourselves in harm's way.
If he's really important to the Institute, then it's worth it.
You're right, I know they've been keeping it up, but once they I think they even... Let's just get Walt.
No argument from me. Let's go.
Right. There's... I was thinking...
No problem. I'm sure I can get him to see Reed.
I hope so.
Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of them, aren't you? Are you a robot?
Sir, are you okay? Have you been injured in any way?
I'm locked in a bathroom to avoid killer robots. Of course I'm not okay. I've heard all the stories. I know exactly... exactly what happens to people when the Institute shows up. Well, it's not happening to me.
What can I say to convince you that we're not going to hurt you?
That you're leaving and never coming back.
Hey, just calm down, okay? I just want to talk to you.
If I wanted to talk, I wouldn't be in here. Now just go away.
Hey, just calm down, okay?
If I wanted to talk, I would...
Hey, just calm down, okay?
If I wanted to talk...
Right. Just shut up and listen to me. We're not here to hurt you. But if you make this difficult, you're going to regret it.
See? I knew it! You're here to kill me.
Okay, look, we're out of time here. Institute, this is Dr. Thompson. I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a synth relayed to my coordinates offset by 5.3 to subdue our subject. I appreciate your help with the situation outside, but we have to get this man back to the Institute.
All functions normal.
I expect Father will want a report from you. I'm looking forward to working for you, future director. Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your
Ah, there you are. I cannot express how pleased I am. Our new guest is familiarizing himself with his surroundings. Yet he's already pointed out several inefficiencies in our methods. With his help, Phase 3 will be ready in no time. And it's all thanks to you.
I'm proud to help the Institute. Here's hoping it all pays off.
At this point, there is no doubt. It will succeed, and very shortly. There is one more part for you to play, and I think you might enjoy it. It is time to announce our presence to the Commonwealth, to request that they do not interfere with our plans. You should be the one to do it.
That's a good idea. Hopefully we can prevent violence and save some lives.
Yes, that is one goal. And if you are to be the new director of the Institute, you should be the one to do it. We've prepared some remarks for you to record. Once you're finished, we'll broadcast them to the entire Commonwealth.
Use the microphone here and follow the script. It's quite simple. I'm sure you'll do fine, Father.
For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists, that we are among you. It is true, but it is not the whole truth. We're here, and we are the future. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist. Ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your daily lives. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in unnecessary difficulties for all parties. Rest easy. Know that the future is in safe hands. and that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
Well, that was interesting. Perhaps not what we originally intended, but it will certainly get your point across. Now it's time to make sure that everyone hears it. How would you feel about making a little trip to Diamond City?
I could use some fresh air.
A quaint phrase, though I'm afraid the air there is anything but fresh. The radio station in Diamond City is listened to by many in the Commonwealth. If we'd like the people to hear what we have to say, it's the best way to reach them. Before we preempt their broadcast, we need to ensure it reaches the maximum range possible. I've been assured that the necessary parts are on site. You'll just need to install them to boost the broadcasting power. Report back. When you're done, we should be ready.
Right. Yes.
Now don't be shy. Things with Scarlet didn't really, work out. But that's fine.
Okay, let's try this. Maybe this goes here.
Oh, hey. How are you?
All right, in you go.
I haven't forgotten what you've done for me. I think the radio sounds better these days. I'm not getting nearly as many complaints.
haven't forgotten.
I want to be left alone.
Hey there, mister.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Good to see you.
Just when you thought you'd heard everything, folks. Tales being told about a very strange-looking machine being built out there in the Commonwealth. Your friend Travis here has yet to learn what this thing is for, but I can tell you, the imaginations are running wild. The wackiest version I've heard so far is that this thing is somehow contact institutes. Now, I don't think I believe
I think an
that,
outside
but
perspective is just
if
what we
it's
need in our
true,
next director.
and whoever's building it can hear me, put down the wrench, friend. It'll only
Enjoy your trip to the big city. It's done then? The transmitter has been modified.
Everything is in place. It's ready to go when we are.
Good. Once the reactor is online, we'll cut into their broadcast. I'll let you do the honors.
This, my friends, is the moment we've all worked towards. After all your effort, the time has finally come to start our reactor. No longer will we be forced to compromise to survive. No more will we need worry about outpacing our resources. My father and I couldn't be more proud of what you have helped us accomplish. And we look forward to achieving even greater things in the future. The Institute is now truly mankind's best hope. Thank you. All of you.
I'm glad we could be here to share it.
Son.
It's almost hard to believe. After all those years of hard work, here we are. We've arrived. Look what you've made.
I did good work, didn't I?
Yes. Yes, you did. There's more work to be done before the Institute's future is guaranteed. The Directorate has convened a meeting about how to proceed. I'm not going to attend. You should be there as Director.
Can't believe you would accuse me.
Take good care of yourself. You won't have to see too much of me.
Father has done remarkable things. He would not exist were it not.
May I be the first to welcome you, sir. We're looking forward to working with you.
I'm happy to be here, Dr. Fillmore. I hope I do the position justice.
I'm sure you will.
Right now, we're all here because it's finally time to stand up for ourselves.
Let's not be dramatic, Justin.
There's nothing dramatic about it. We're in a position to push back, to assert ourselves here. That's what we've talked about all along.
To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition to the Institute's goals. With the reactor now online, we have the ability to not only expand synth production, but to project power to a much greater degree.
So you're saying we can now wage war on the Commonwealth?
I don't think anyone really intended that as a course of action. The Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long run.
Let's not beat around the bush. The Directorate has agreed that the Brotherhood of Steel needs to be eliminated.
As the incoming director, we felt it important to inform you of the decision and get your thoughts on it. So, where do you stand?
If this has to happen, we keep the violence to a minimum. We're not out to destroy the Commonwealth.
Of course. It was never the intention to cause more harm than is necessary. As director, it's up to you and how we focus our efforts in achieving this goal. We'd like your input on what direction we should take. Do we increase synth production or focus on weapons development?
I've seen enough to know that weapons are the key to winning wars. Let's focus on weapons development.
As you wish. The advanced systems folks will get to work immediately. Thank you very much for your time, sir. That's all we have for the moment. I believe Father wished to speak with you once our meeting concluded.
At last, we have power adequate to our needs.
X688 sounded very impressed with your work at Libertalia. He doesn't give praise lightly.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia is a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
There you...
I wouldn't have minded making my own decision about coming here.
I knew Dr. Higgs was dissatisfied. I didn't think he would go this far.
Sean.
Ah, there you are. You've met with the Directorate. I assume they made their intentions known? It was difficult for them to reach the decision to engage in open hostility. What about you? You agree with their decision?
How long has this been coming? When did they decide on this course of action?
The arrival of the Brotherhood's airship was the final straw, really. There's just too much at stake. You can't afford to lose it all.
You know, Father, it's no secret that you worked with the Railroad in order to first reach the Institute.
The depth of your involvement with them has been called into question repeatedly. I'm sure you can guess by whom. The question is, where do you stand with them now? Do you count them amongst your allies?
They mean nothing to me. Never have.
I'll admit, I'm relieved to hear that. Then I certainly hope I can count on you for what needs to be done. Because these fanatics cannot be allowed to continue to exist. They represent a very clear threat to the Institute. Small as they are in number, their twisted ideology...
You don't have to worry about them any longer. They're as good as dead.
Thank you. Do what needs to be done, but keep yourself safe.
If you're from out of town, be sure and visit Diamond City. It's safe, it's secure, and full of quality establishments like